1, 2, 3, bust it.
Power Connect Show. Power Connect. Power Connect Show. Power Connect. Power Connect Show. Your reliable program that gives you all the information you need to know about the power sector, professionals in the industry, electrical products, government agencies, the stakeholders, and many more. Power Connect Show.
Joy is in the air. Celebration is in the air. Festivity is in the air. And I'm just so glad to be part of it all. It's another Wednesday evening, a special one at that, and your program, your darling program, the Power Connect Show, is coming to you once again, fresh and hot. And it's coming to you on no other station, your ever favorite station, Niger FM 102.7. And of course, my name, Ademola Adegoke. It is ABC Adegoke for short. And you always expect that when you hear that name, you expect to hear another name. And that name is the one I call BB, Banji Busari. Banji, how are you today?
Very great. ABC, what else can we say? Or can we do that to say our gratitude to the Almighty for bringing us this far? This is the 24th uninterrupted episode
edition of the Power Connect Show.
Connect Show. We've never had a single repeat.
Courtesy our proud sponsors.
Courtesy our proud sponsor, EKEDC, the leading
electricity utility company in Nigeria, the flagship of Nigerian electricity supply industry.
And we are grateful to God for so many things. We are coming to the end of the year, no issues, and it's all been glory from one glory to another. What else can we say?
Other than to say,
thank you, God. Our program is actually progressing, and something bigger is
and we
in the air.
And we can't but thank our listeners too. The listeners, the fans out there who have been supporting us, making this program tick week after week.
Faithful listeners. My name is Banji Busari. It's the fresh edition of the program, and I'm glad to be here. ABC.
We go for a short break, and we'll be back. So soon.
My name is Mrs. Ngozi Ken Udochukwu. I'm a lawyer by profession. I'm a wife and the mother of 3 young adults. I run Olive Blooms Orphanage with the support of the members of Board of Trustees and staff. Olive Blooms Orphanage is set up for one primary reason: to reduce as much as possible children growing up in institutions, minimize institutionalization of children. So our main focus is to settle children in families, reconcile children to their families, and find them guardians. We do not set up to keep children for long in the orphanage. EKEDC has been of immense impact to Olive Blooms Orphanage in terms of the support we receive from them. They adopted us as their corporate social responsibility, and they have been tremendous in their support. We in Olive Blooms Orphanage, myself, the staff and children, wish to say Merry Christmas to everyone, staff and management staff and customers of EKEDC. We want to say to you that you are touching lives, and we are grateful. Please keep it up.
ABC, we cannot gloss over this one, even though we have an independent topic for today. This is one of the beneficiaries of EKEDC corporate social responsibility, responding, giving feedback that EKEDC is actually touching lives, and they are one of the beneficiaries. Isn't something we should celebrate too?
Yes, it is. But I'm not surprised, because when you weigh this against the vision of the company, the vision of EKEDC company, and it declares and says that it is to be the leading and customer-centric utility in Africa, and the preferred choice of stakeholders. It is in sync with it. It is in sync with it. And there can't be a better time to show this kind of feedback, other than this period of this period of goodwill, this period of celebration, this period of felicitation. So it's coming right, on point, and spot on. Right on point. So, for this, this is the season this season is also noted for peace. It's the season of peace. But some things can happen. You understand, especially in the house where you have disrupting the peace of this period. And
our goal on this edition is to ensure that we remove, we eliminate anything that's capable of generating,
triggering
disharmony, rancor, and disagreement, and even altercations.
So, how do we deal with electricity issues with our neighbors? There are issues, bordering on, electricity matters,
usage.
With neighbors. Let me give you an example. If you are in a house where the water pump, for example, is connected to the meter of one person, and the person says, no, you can't connect, the water pump to my own meter alone. It has to be, we must, either we share it or you take it off my meter. That can generate a lot of...
There are even situations, ABC, where one person has actually volunteered to allow the meter to be used for the pumping machine. But there are always issues. Now, people put on the pumping machine.
The pumping machine.
And the water overflows. And then the meter continues to run because
and the people using
at the end
it will
of the day, when the person puts forward his bill to be shared amongst the users, they say, how many times did we pump water? So that's one of the issues.
Yes, that's one of the issues you can have with neighbors.
So how do you avoid rancor, disagreement in such a situation? That's one of the issues we're looking at.
Yes. We want to we will take feedback from our listeners to know if they have faced this kind of issues before how are they dealing with
such issues.
But there can be more. You can also have a situation. This is another scenario. You have a landlord, living with tenants, for example, and the tenant doesn't want to pay electricity bill because it's the landlord or the landlady, and he wants to, depend on the contribution from the tenants, and the tenants are complaining. No, you can't place this burden on us alone. It can't be on us alone, and it generates rancor in the house.
He bullies them.
Of course,
he bullies them and threatens
and says that,
look, if you don't comply with my own rule here,
it's my house.
Then begin to seek another apartment outside this place.
Yeah. So,
but then you also know, conversely, you see situations where landlords don't stay with the tenants. Where tenants stay all by themselves. And after a period of time, depending on the level of supervision, either by caretaker, lawyer, or whatever, some tenants have been known to leave a huge outstanding.
That happens.
On their meters.
That happens. It does happen.
They exit the apartment and then they transfer that outstanding to the next person coming to the flat. Such tenants may not even be around. Some may have
yes.
They are no longer in the country. So that's one of the issues. And then the new tenant is now made to face the rigors of settling or ensuring that that house is not transferred or made to pay for what he did not utilize. That's another example. We'd like to hear from people whether they have encountered such.
There can also be another scenario. If you pray you don't have a bad neighbor. There are some neighbors, maybe they are not even in the same house. It's the next house. They are not paying electricity bill, and they have been disconnected. They now bury their wire underground. Go and tap from the next house, and the other house will just be seeing their bill going up. What are we consuming in this house? They won't know that
you need to ask me. I've been a victim.
Oh, okay.
My neighbor did that to me.
My goodness.
Didn't know until somebody drew my attention to it. And I approached him. I actually invited him over. I said, look at what you have done. Of course, he was caught. He didn't know we would actually notice. He actually hid it. And he apologized profusely for that crime. Only for the guy to, he disconnected almost immediately. But only for the guy to repeat after him when he thought we had.
Oh, you will have forgotten.
About. He went back and reconnected. Until I saw it again, I threatened that I was going to
he was
get
never
him
remorseful in the first
arrested.
place.
He was never remorseful, and we were busy paying bills for utilities. I mean, light that we did not utilize. So it happens.
So when you have this
another elderly man was actually caught red-handed. I mean, burying wire on the ground, and he denied it in an open CDA meeting, only for him to be escorted to that place and shown where he had committed a crime. So he was kind of
before we bring our listeners
and in that
into the
situation,
conversation.
The bill was actually transferred to what NEPA does. What IE is that EKEDC. They build the community for whatever is consumed. That's for those who don't have meters. So such people transfer.
They do.
The community pays for what they don't utilize.
They do.
So I think people should share with us whether they have actually gone through that.
There is also another thing that can, disrupt the peace of this season, or what people do electricity wise, is that in a situation where we all share the same meter, ordinarily you know that there are some appliances that you will be causing the meter to run so high, and then you go and hide. You are using water heater to boil water. You are using hot plate, and causing the bill to go. So, and others will be wondering what is really happening. You know that when other neighbors find out what is really happening, Bege go start. Bege go start. So anyway, at this point, let us now hear from our listeners out there. What has been their own experience? But before then, let's go for this timeout once again.
Yes.
Abdul Salam QB, the head teacher of Our Lady of Fatima. I say a big thank you to all EKEDC officials who are striving in their own way to impact the lives of our children. Their provision of a swing and slide to the playground of Our Lady of Fatima Nursery Primary School has lightened the mood of the entire students, and through the process inculcated a vibe of eagerness in them as they all look forward to their playtime each day. Captivating students' hearts start from making their leisure time more pleasurable to them, and EKEDC, through their donation, has proven to us that they have the interest of our students at heart. So, on behalf of the entire staff and the students of Our Lady of Fatima Nursery Primary School, we wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance.
So
you are welcome back.
Of the interventions, EKEDC intervention in the CSR activities, the areas are diverse.
Very diverse.
A school, there's a school, and the proprietress is actually acknowledging the support they have received from EKEDC.
In the recent Banji, you know that we have quite, a lot, so many, responses from beneficiaries of. We won't be able to take all today because we are going to have, a program dedicated to this very, very soon. The intervention, the corporate philanthropy, the corporate philanthropy engagement of EKEDC. We will have that very, very soon. An edition that will be dedicated to that. But before then, let's go back to the issue, at hand today, and that is, there are issues that will
you'll be wondering why will people willfully, deliberately, negligently do or commit some acts that are likely to infringe on the
convenience and comfort of others.
Now, when you enjoy light and you transfer the responsibility of payment to your neighbors or the other occupants in the building. It's marks of, would you call it wickedness, or how would you describe somebody who has utilized light and he is transferring that responsibility to someone else?
You will always
so if
find
such people react, it's in their right to actually, seek.
It is. It's just that you still have to. You don't allow the incivility or probably even the bestiality of some people. You understand, to turn you to what you are not. You understand, and that is why we say that some people have decided to behave abnormally does not mean that you have to follow their own
respond in
path.
that manner.
Yeah,
I like to also find out maybe at the right time we'll get somebody to respond to this. When such issues happen at that level, I mean, does EKDC have any role to play? I mean, ensuring that justice is done and that those who are supposed to be maybe punished. Is there any provision for such?
It can be very, very difficult. It can be very, very difficult because if you look at all these issues, they are majorly domestic.
Yeah,
you
domestic
understand?
That can actually escalate into something big.
You see, there are when it's because we are talking about electricity challenges, issues that can disrupt the peace in a season like this. You understand? So what are we? It's because the EKEDC's responsibility is provision of power supply. Anyway, let's go for it's our turn
to let the listeners whether you have been hurt before, cheated by your neighbor, who has been using your light unknown to you, and you discovered along the line,
or their own part of the payment they are refusing to pay and they are still bragging about it.
Or you probably inherited a heap debt or standing left by your previous occupant.
Have you had such an experience?
And how did you handle it? How did you resolve the issues? So let's hear you.
This is the Power Connect show.
Yeah, it is
and it is sponsored by EKEDC. I want to say that we want to hear responses from customers of Eco Electricity Distribution Company, because this program is being sponsored by Eco Electricity Distribution Company.
Hello.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good evening. Ima from Orilegom.
Ima from Orilegom. Okay.
Hello.
Yes, we are hearing you. We can hear you so well. We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
You are on air. We lost Ima. Yes, others should please call us.
We want to know your experience. We want to know your experience with your neighbors. What has been your experience?
Yeah, this experience is collated by us who help us to actually find solutions to this on your behalf, so that you do not continue to experience what I call exploitation by your neighbors.
And even in that too, people should not take the law into their hands. Even when you have such a difficult neighbor, maybe a neighbor that has to use the common parlance now, tapping your own power supply, but actually engaging in energy theft, because there is no other name to call that other than energy theft.
You recall when the MD EKDC was here?
Of course.
He said that was a
okay.
Hello.
Good evening. Let's meet you.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
We can hear you.
Hello. Good evening.
Yes. Good evening. Good evening.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
We can hear you very well.
Hello.
Yes. Continue.
I can't hear you.
Continue. We can hear you. Wow. Yes, come on. I mean, we can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, it's like we've lost him. We've lost him. Okay.
Network, I suppose. Network, I suppose. So when the MD was here on this same program, she actually made it clear to us that it's one major issue that EKDC management was actually doing a lot to tackle to ensure that there's a high reduction, if not total absence of energy theft.
Okay, there is someone online. Can we meet you? Good evening. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, my name is Honorable Emmanuel.
Honorable Emmanuel, from where?
Yeah, I'm calling from Sulere.
Oh, okay. You are welcome. Power Connect show.
So, all right. So, you see, like what the other man was saying, you know sometimes these people, older people, they are the one who does this sometimes. I'm even surprised. They start from our own. And it was painful, you know.
They
it was very painful. It was very annoying.
They tap your light.
Because they tapped.
Okay.
From it. I see you, at the end of the day, you be the one paying the whole bills. And if not that we caught him, nobody, I would just say, what is it we are using in this house?
How long did it take for you to discover?
It has been long, like sometimes about 4 months. I would just say,
wow.
What's happening?
So when you now caught him, what was his response?
You see, when you catch something, those kind of food, he just look mute. He was just looking at me. Just looking at me. The only thing you will do is just say, I'm sorry. I say, you are telling me you are sorry. Are we going to share the bill?
Abi, the money you have paid all along.
But did you propose that to him?
That he should pay.
Did you propose the sharing of the bill to him?
No, at least he should. I just wanted him to share the bond. Along the line, I just say he should not let it go. He should not try it.
Because he happens to be an elderly person.
He passed a very tiny wire. Just passed it at his wall. The wall of his fence. And I dug a ground.
Anyway, I hope he's not doing it anymore. He's no longer doing such anymore.
Did he go back to that, or that was the final one that he did?
No. That was the final one.
Okay. You can just tell him to go and sin no more. Let him go and sin no more. Okay. In the spirit of good neighborliness, let him go and sin no more.
Sorry about that.
Okay, thanks so much.
So be more vigilant next time, please.
Okay. So right. and that speaks to what people need to do. You see, sometimes when you just see your electricity bill just going up unnecessarily, maybe what is required is vigilance.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Nigeria.
Yes, so.
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
We did fine.
Okay.
Compliments of the season to you.
All right. This is Ability calling from Orile.
Okay.
Yes. The thing happened to me. Personally, our own be say, the man who first rush go carry prepaid meter. So everybody come feel say na prepaid meter in the use. We don't know say he go tap from, he tap our light from inside the room through ceiling.
No, sir. So, pardon us for actually laughing though.
I go come out the tools. Now so in light off when children shout, hey, they don't take light, run, come outside, this a light still day. Now so you take catch the man.
So why you not caught him?
So what happened when you caught him?
Did you confront him?
He did not come out now. When he was saying the children now go change over, go switch and come put them for that they are prepared. But immediately they say we don't put out the cutter.
So now your own light come become their own permanent generator. Where they use?
Now the thing that they use, they use prepared. They do come and flashing. That they are prepared. They know they recharge them.
But did you
so
go?
Our own light they use. They pay the money. Why then they use the light?
Did you go to the man to tell him what he did?
You should have gone to the man.
To tell him now, he not talk anything now. The man just keep quiet, say come out. He say don't connect prepared. He was so ashamed. So that you see what happened there is very, very painful.
Very painful indeed. Very painful. Very painful.
Thanks.
So be more vigilant next time.
Next time, just be.
Check your usage monthly to determine whether there's any suspicious increase.
Yes, and that is what to do. You see, if you are very vigilant and observant, you really can track your own consumption. And so when it is going beyond, the normal usage trend, you ask questions. When that maybe in a month you charge an average of 10,000 units worth of electricity, and then you'll be fine. And suddenly the 10,000 unit worth is not getting up to 2 weeks. You should ask questions. Something is happening, and you interrogate.
Good afternoon.
Okay.
Let's meet.
My name is Umar. I'm calling from Mina, Niger State.
Oh.
So,
that's
okay,
good.
you are welcome.
You are welcome.
From the north.
Best of the season to you all.
Oh, same to you. Same to you.
All right.
Hello. Oh my
Are
goodness. Oh, we lost him. Oh,
we can take one more call before we go
all the
on
way
this edition
from.
of the program.
Anyway, okay, we manage one more call. All the way from Mina.
That's a very good one. This would have shared.
We would have shared to know whether
it's limited to the south,
or whether
the
it's
entire
happening,
country,
up country too.
Okay, so we are discussing the issues of. That borders on
having challenges we can have with some neighbors, with some unfaithful neighbors who will tap into the electricity supply of their neighbors, and then because they don't want to pay money. Anyway,
our position on this program is that it's an act that is reprehensible.
Very condemnable one.
We should condemn it, and everything must be done to ensure that everybody, of course, utilize what you can pay for. Don't tap into other people's light because you want to enjoy light. That's our position on this program. It's criminal too. It's criminal.
And that's the show for today, because our time is up, and let me say that. As we leave, we want to wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, light-filled New Year in advance. My name is Ademola Ben Cranston Adegoke.
As you are merry-making, have in mind that EKEDC is ever ready to give you uninterrupted power supply. That's what they are known for. That's the niche of the station. We wish you, just like my friend has said, a very, very prosperous, happy Christmas and a prosperous
My name is
New Year.
Bemini Yilaolu Adewale. I'm a gerontologist and founder of Full Circle Geriatric Care Services. At Full Circle, our motto is caring for those who once cared for us. Eco Electricity is an amazing organization, and a female-led one at that. They have been trustworthy, supportive partners to Full Circle since we began this journey. I recall one of the events we had last year. Eco Electricity did not just come on board as sponsors, but they were so intentionally thoughtful to, also think through what can we give to the seniors. And guess what? They gifted each attending senior a blood pressure monitoring gadget, a machine. This was not just a thoughtful gift, it was so apt because a lot of the seniors needed to constantly, on a daily basis, check their blood pressure. For some of them, they couldn't afford the gadget. For some, the gadget they had was no longer functional. But Eco Electricity was able to provide this. You can just imagine how happy they were. They were not only happy, but they were full of praises and prayers for the staff and management of Eco Electricity. And of course, we know Eco Electricity has been there through the ages. They've seen so many generations of, seniors come and go. They have served some of these seniors while they were younger. They've served their parents. So, it's just so apt. Their objectives and value system also very closely aligns with ours, which is not just providing electricity, but of course caring for the people they also provide electricity for. So